Hi, friends. Welcome to Manitowoc Cooperative Ministry Daily Devotions. I'm Pastor Judine Duerwaechter, co-pastor with the MCM, and today I'm going to bring to you a little bit of a reading from Psalm 58, and then we'll take a look at it as to how it might be meaningful in our lives. But I got to warn you, this psalmist is on a mission. You aren't going to hear words like this too often. This psalmist writes, "Do you indeed decree what is right, you gods? Do you judge people fairly? No. In your heart, you devise wrongs. Your hands deal out violence on earth. The wicked go astray from the womb. They have venom like the venom of a serpent. Oh God, break the teeth of their mouths. Let them vanish like water that runs away. Let them be like the snail that dissolves into slime. Sooner than our pots can feel the heat of thorns, whether green or ablaze, may he sweep them away. The righteous will rejoice when they see vengeance done. They will bathe their feet in the blood of the wicked. People will say, surely there is a reward for the righteous. Surely there is a God who judges on earth." Wow. This psalmist out of Psalm 58 is really super hot under the collar, isn't he? He's upset with the moral and social disorder that's reigning all around him. And he lives in a time where obviously wrong is on the throne, and there's just great doubt about the justice of the government in the world. And he kind of puts on this prosecutor hat, right? And he actually starts criticizing the little bee workers that are supposed to be out there doing God's job. He referred to them in the first verse as the gods that are working for God. And of course, they're not doing a good enough job. So everything is just one mad social disorder. So the psalmist then makes a petition to God to really, let's just solve this really easy. Just wipe off the enemy, just wipe them out, wipe them off the face of the planet, just get rid of them all. And that is going to solve the problem. So, have you ever wished that about someone in your life? Honestly, I gotta confess, I have wished that about maybe one or two people. God, just get rid of them, and everything's going to be just fine then, right? So yeah, that's what you're hearing from this psalmist. And once he spews this all out and gets this all off of his chest, then the last few verses are him basically saying that, yeah, it's going to be really good. God's going to do it. And we have a righteous God, and this we can celebrate. And I'm going to trust this. And I've got confidence that God is going to come through for us and basically cleanse the planet of those that are doing the wrong. If only it were that easy, right, friends? Obviously, let's hold in context that this psalmist is writing in what we refer to as the Old Testament. The Hebrew scriptures, they were the first testament. So to the Hebrews, this isn't an Old Testament, this is their testament. And we call it the Old because we get a new message. We get new news. We get new good news from the New Testament on the life and ministry and, of course, crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus Christ, which changes everything. So when Jesus became an adult and he was teaching in the synagogue with the elders around him, he was, of course, able to go up and read the scriptures, and he started reading out of Isaiah, and he ends his reading with saying, "Today, the scriptures have been fulfilled." there is a new creation. And basically, the elders freaked out because they knew that what Jesus was saying was that he was the fulfillment of Scripture, that he was the Messiah. And of course, they weren't going to have anything to do with that. And they kicked him out of the synagogue and kicked him out of Nazareth. And he goes on to his 3-year ministry then to teach us how to live in love and be a complete, countercultural disciple, so to speak. So again, I don't know that this psalmist would be able to swallow the pill of love here. Again, he's pretty hot under the collar, and he thinks that an eye for an eye doesn't leave everybody blind, but is the answer to the situation, and that this God of the Hebrew Testament is a God of judgment and righteousness and is going to take care of the matter. So the good news about the psalmist is that he ends up having faith in God and trusting in God, yet it's kind of not with the intention that you would in fact hope, because we learn again from our New Testament that God is love, that love is God, and that means that love and God, one and the same thing, love this psalmist's enemies. And that's a hard pill for us to swallow. So, friends, as you journey this day, I pray that your faith grows in trusting that even though it feels better maybe to avenge your enemy, that to live in love it's the real joy that you are here to in fact experience in life. And maybe we'll talk a little bit more about all of these things in other devotions. In the meantime, deep breaths. God is in charge because love, only love, is real. Have a blessed day.